A man is like a fraction, whose numerator is what he is, and whose denominator is what he thinks of himself. The larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Everything that I understand only because I love. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. I think, if it is true that there are as many minds as there are heads, then there are as many kinds of love as there are hearts. If, then, I were asked for the most important advice I could give, that which I consider to be the most useful to the men of our century, I should simply say, in the name of God, stop a moment. Cease your work. Look around you. Just as one candle lights another and can light thousands of other candles, so one heart illuminates another heart, and can illuminate thousands of other hearts. Only people who are capable of loving strongly can also suffer great sorrow. But this same necessity of loving serves to counteract their grief and heals them. I've always loved you. And when you love someone, you love the whole person, just as he or she is, and not as you would like them to be. Life could be limitless joy, if we would only take it for what it is, in the way it is given to us. Our body is a machine for living. It is organized for that. It is its nature. Let life go on in it unhindered and let it defend itself. Some mathematician said, pleasure lies not in discovering truth, but in seeking it. Truth, like gold, is to be obtained not by its growth, but by washing away from it all that is not gold. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. Pay bad people with your goodness. Fight their hatred with your kindness. Even if you do not achieve victory over other people, you will conquer yourself. We can know only that we know nothing. And that is the highest degree of human wisdom. He stepped down, trying not to look long at her, as if she were the sun. Yet he saw her, like the sun, even without looking. One can live magnificently in this world, if one knows how to work, and how to love. The changes in our life must come from the impossibility to live otherwise than according to the demands of our conscience, not from our mental resolution to try a new form of life. Joy can only be real if people look upon their life as a service, and have a definite object in life outside themselves, and their personal happiness one. One of the first conditions of happiness is that the link between man and nature shall not be broken. Rummaging in our souls, we often dig up something that ought to have lain there unnoticed. There is something in the human spirit that will survive and prevail. There is a tiny and brilliant light burning in the heart of man that will not go out, no matter how dark the world becomes. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, and not as you'd like them to be.